Hello, and welcome to a new story arc here in the New Embrace community. Before we jump into the action, don't forget like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in joining any of our campaigns like this one, phenomenal time to jump in, by the way, new story arc. All you have to do is reach out to me and let me know, or you can go ahead and join our Patreon, which is listed down in the description below. Where last we left off, the party had ventured to the Alawak Sanctuary, discerning that Delilah Briarwood's magics have been influencing far more and far greater creatures than originally anticipated. You, through a deceptive manner, managed to infiltrate into her line of sight and engaged into a heroic battle between her, Silas, and yourselves. Through some heroic and quick thinkings, Sinclair managed to sit with Silas, fighting him for many a moments by himself, allowing the rest of the party to slowly dwindle down Delilah. However, threatening his beloved drew his attention towards the fight and battle, causing him to throw all defenses away and zealously attack Corvus, who had put Delilah into a bad situation. As he is attacking you, you all did realize that this body was still Jasper's, and he was in there somewhere, trying to fight Silas, just needing a little bit more help to do so. You all managed to continue fighting the battle, and although you got very close to slaying Delilah and Silas, it was just a moment too late before she already pointed her decrepit finger and sacrificed it in order to kill Corvus and turn him into a mindless skeletal slave. It was looking bleak as you all were beginning to become outnumbered against this fight. But Corvus had one less trick up his sleeve. He had just barely enough consciousness remaining inside of him to follow through with the mindless attacks that Delilah encouraged him to make. But he made it against her instead, thanks to a fortune that he had been given years before. You all managed to kill her, stop Jasper and Silas, knock them unconscious, but you lost your friend. You took a moment to go through the scene, and everything that happened after that became very blurry to all of you. And when you thought about it, you blinked your eyes and you were on top of a ship just miles away from the Palebank village. Not quite sure what happened, but you have a feeling that Jasper's probably safe right now. Can't quite put your finger on it. You called in a favor with Lady Teresa, the archpriest of the Queen of Ravens, and she was happy to accommodate. You all wishing to bring back your friend, someone who you believed had died just a little too early in his life. Luckily, you had a diamond to provide for such a ritual. However, as you beckoned his soul to come back to his body, Corvus felt content for the first time in his life, fulfilled, and decided to watch your adventures from his own little pocket dimension that he now resides in the afterlife. Respecting his decision, you all took this victory and moment to start relaxing, recuperating, throwing a wondrous funeral for him and meeting a new individual who seemed pretty upset that they had missed all of the fighting. But as you always do with orphaned adventurers, you accepted him into your party, Broska. You went your separate ways, trying to pursue your own knowledges of this world and pursue your own duties that you have. Argon managed to do a little bit of Argon-y stuff, let's say, before needing Fordrum to help make an idol for him of himself in order to cast some of his spells. Sinclair had asked Lady Teresa if it was possible to remove his connections to hell and to help teach him the old ways of the Shogun. She was happy to assist him with pulling his spirit away from the hells and influence, but warned it would be a tedious process and it would remove many of his powers and capabilities. Sinclair, accepting this nerf upon himself in order to better himself in the long term, went all the way out to Exandria to be in Vasselheim and learn of the new era of deities and the pantheon surrounding them. Broska went with him and was very disappointed. I'm sorry. Argon met back up with Fordrum after about a month, maybe 2. It was difficult to find him. He was outside of Uthadern, outside of where most people are. Not too terribly far away, but more nomadic in nature. And when you found him in his tiny hut, no fire to keep him warm, you had a conversation where you found out that Fordrum believes he might be getting punished by his deity. Or maybe something else is wrong. Maybe he called in and used the power of the Allhammer for something that was trivial and pointless. Neither of you understood what was going on, but Argon, wanting to always assist his friends, said, hey, let's get together and learn what's going on here, okay? We're going to figure this shit out. You traveled yourselves over to Vasselheim. And through happenstance, as Sinclair had finished removing the diabolical ties he has to hells, freeing all of the souls trapped inside of his body, and finding a charter from the Shore Combe all the way down to Shamal and Marquette for him to hopefully find his people outside of Ankharel. You all were walking down the streets, heading in different directions, but as if fate had something to say, bumped into one another. So, this is where we begin. You've all made it to the beautiful city of Vasselheim, the epicenter of religious freedom and right. Everything here was designed and crafted in order to emanate the power and beauty of all of the divinity that is openly worshipped here. You look around at the many beautiful statues and idols to each of the gods, all of them being adored in this location. You can see and smell the history that resides here, as the architecture is far older than, to date, most of the civilizations any of you have been to so far. As you all know, this is the safest, quote-unquote, city in the entire realm, only ever being infiltrated once, about 100 years ago or so, by a horrendous entity by the name of Vecna. You all run into each other in the middle of the streets, and there just so happens to be a tavern right next to you. This is where we begin.
I know they made you read a lot of books. I had to read a lot of books too, Broska. And they wouldn't let me drink.
Oh, God, that's so much worse.
My head hurts so bad.
I know.
Hopefully there'll be something for us to fight soon maybe
You think
drink.
so?
I hope so. If I never have to come back to this place, that'll be too soon.
Read.
And to clarify, all four of you are here, running into one another and just looking at the tavern right next to you.
What did you guys do where you actually had to read books? That doesn't really sound like you, Sinclair. And I'm gonna guess Brusca does not sound like you either.
As you can see, my lesions are healed and the souls have been freed. And they taught me about how over the centuries that have gone by, how the faiths have changed. It was its own kind of hell.
That's a decent amount of history to catch up. What, Brusca?
I was just trying to join the Slayer's take, kill some shit. Didn't know they had to read that.
They have a reading portion of the test for Slayer's take. How come we never got
I know,
to do
right?
that part?
Oh, I would have failed that in a heartbeat.
How come we
Where
had to
was
go
that
do
in
the
the brochure that I also didn't read?
How come we had to go do the fighting part? I would have been fine with the reading part.
You guys got to do the fighting. Oh man!
Yeah,
just
we
planned on-
actually killed their number 2 in charge.
Oh, you guys had all the
saying
good
Forge
parts,
Room?
and I got stuck with the friggin' reading part.
I just planned on copying Argans.
I'd write a letter about this, but I don't want to do that either.
Fortune, did you throw the sword in the volcano?
You mean
We all
Raven's
did.
Edge? Yeah.
Yeah, you all did.
It's been so long. Oh, I need a drink so bad.
Well, we're at a tavern. Get a drink.
Yeah, I'm kind of out of money again. They took my money in faith.
I
I got enough money to buy you a
I-
drink.
I think you might have just been mugged.
Did you get mugged by the church? That sounds like a church to me.
They said it was donations to the church. Every week I had to pay 300.
300? Yeah, you were getting mugged, like, regularly.
Did you get to prepay to have your sins forgiven before you did them?
Wait, was this the Church of the Raven Queen?
This is all the churches. They took me to the
churches
big
don't like you.
building with
Who
just shines.
who here is proficient in religion?
Only me.
Nobody.
Oh, okay, yeah, none of you know what.
I'm only a priest. I don't really know.
I'm the only one proficient in religion.
Yeah. I have a lot of cursory knowledge just because of my intelligence bonus, but I never bothered to study it.
Roll me a religion check. There's a lot of people who work for the church and hang out at those churches quite often and make you pay alms and donations and forgive your sins early. Usually they're not actually representatives of the church, but they're con artists.
Awesome.
I'm not going to tell Sinclair that. I don't want to ruin Sinclair's opinion of what he went through. I'll just protect him from here on out.
Roscoe's
We go to
still
a
pretty
church.
just convinced about that's what happened.
That wouldn't be the only problem the city had after that.
I already don't trust this city because I can't cast arcane spells. So, Fordrum, we need to go find a church for you. I'm assuming
thank
the
you for
All
backing
Father
me.
has a. Well, Sinclair, you visited most of the churches. Is there a church of the All Father around here somewhere?
And I literally just point at the side building next to the big building that's been robbing me.
I just listen for the clanging and I go, it's in that direction.
Well, let's get you and Sinclair and Broska a drink. I'll have something in a light wine.
I'm already 4 in.
Okay. And then let's go to the
So-
temple.
So, the temple you were looking for, Sinclair, you know it is called the Lipshad Hall. And roll me a history check, Sinclair. Let's see what you know about this hall to the Allfather. Or sorry, the Allhammer. I keep saying Allfather.
Oh, is it all hammer?
It is
Oh,
the
okay, because
Allhammer.
I get it wrong every time.
It's probably because I keep saying Allfather.
Probably.
That's Norse mythology. So
Ah. Close enough.
Okay.
Norse, dwarves.
Hey now.
Religion.
Oh, religion, not history. Okay.
No, it's religion.
Okay, hang on.
Well, you.
You have this skill now. Use it.
That's better.
Big difference. 26.
Jeez.
You have an encyclopedic knowledge of the Lipshad Hall right now. It is one of the first buildings constructed here in Vasselheim. It was the third one actually erected within the city itself when all of the gods had traveled to this location in order to start spreading their knowledge and love to the rest of Exandria in order to start empowering mortals with their power. It is very ancient, roughly about 3,000 years old or so, and it has more marble per square inch inside of it than any other building in Exandria.
Yeah.
No exaggeration. That is what they get to
It
say.
would have been the first.
Each year,
Except we expanded.
each year, the building expands by the new faithfuls that are trying to pledge their loyalties, and each year that expansion is destroyed and allowed to be laid the ground forward for even more people, making it an ever-growing building and construct to worship here inside of Vasselheim.
Damn.
They destroy it just to rebuild it every year?
Well, when there's a god of creation, there's got to be a god of destruction. Each one has its
Well-
own followers.
I don't know that they invite the god of destruction over for a demolition party, but that sounds like a
No.
really communal social idea.
It's something to do with a lesson learned to the younger folk that are becoming worshippers. That's all.
Yeah.
So, can anyone help breaking this place, or
I'm gonna guess you have to be a member of the faithful.
Once we get there, we'll definitely volunteer.
probably have to read for that too?
I can almost guarantee it.
You probably don't want to go on the forges in that building were on the north side of the building, right?
All of the
Oh.
building. All of it. Forges, workbenches, chandeliers.
So they were
all
on
of
the
it.
every side.
Perfect
Got it.
illumination.
Okay, so we're gonna probably want to send. I can go ask the father to come outside to speak with you, as to not disrupt.
That's
Why-
probably a good idea. But of course, if I do walk in, I think that
The-
gets me a certain amount of instant attention. Just maybe not the attention I'm looking for.
Do you really want to disrespect the great hall of your god?
I don't think it's disrespect.
Yeah, that's not how I would see it either. Just hold on. I take out my polishing cloth and my little bit of spit and polish, and I shine up my armor. And I walk close to the door, not inside, but close to the door, so the chalices or whatever there is that's lit around the front of it go out. And then I'll see if there's an acolyte.
All right.
Yeah, that part could be disruptive.
You walk over to the front door, where you see there is a very old man out front. Looks to be gnomish, maybe in his late 400s. And for a gnome, that is ancient. He is whittling a small whistle where he sits.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Hello.
Oh,
I brought one of your
looking to
faithful.
commission a piece. Oh,
No, I'm hoping to speak with one of the clergy.
are you speaking to me?
I'm Forging Brightblade from Uthadern.
Boardroom lights. Bright
Yeah.
Blade?
Brightblade
Pleasure
clan.
to meet you. Name's Honey.
Nice to meet you, Honey.
Honey Stones. Shakes your hand.
Nice to meet you, Honey Stones. And so I'm having a bit of an issue. I feel like I maybe have fallen out of favor. And because as you see, and I point up at one of the sconces that has gone out, wherever I go, I put out flames now.
Well, that ain't so
No.
good. What'd you do?
I called on the Allhammer to help open a chest, basically. That was locked. So instead of tapping out the pin, I just requested him bend it. Or remove it.
That seems like a... So you use like a knock spell then, right?
No, I'm not a wizard. I'm a priest, so I
Oh, not an artificer either then.
No.
Okay.
forged
So how did you...
one of the four.
Did you called upon his divine
Yeah.
blessing? Takes the whistle and cracks you in the forehead with
Yeah.
it.
I just take it. I don't even flinch.
Starts flexing it. Solid wood. That is an arrogant move.
Yeah. Do you know that you can do this? And may I see your whistle for a second?
I'll hand it to you.
I tap it with my finger to see what tone it makes.
Yeah. Very mid-tone.
Yeah. So I just go, oh, this is good. You'll get higher pitch if you make it thinner.
Not looking for higher pitch.
Then it's perfect. Well done.
Take it back from you.
Mhm. That I can make.
Right? But I'm assuming you have some experience. He gestures at your armor. Smithing.
Yeah, that's what I do. I also maybe am punished because I recreated a horrible, evil sword.
Which
The
was
idea
proceeded to throw
behind
into
it-
a volcano.
The idea behind it was that it was to be used to retrieve someone's lost love, but at the time we didn't know whose lost love it was. So she turned out to be horrifyingly evil. Killed our friend. But eventually we slayed her, took the sword, tossed it back into the furnaces that it was made from. I couldn't do it, but
Well, I let you know what I could do to help you. You could go to talk to the high priest, Kari.
Problem is, if he goes inside, all your forges will go off.
And we'll light him back up. Take a step off. All right, come on, boy. Everyone else, wait here.
See, this is why we ask permission before you just go in.
Yeah, good call. You didn't want to start a fight with all these blacksmiths. Wouldn't go well for you. Oh, those guys are scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
He steps into the hall, and you see 300 feet in front of you. The ceiling stretches all the way up about 60 feet or so, with chandeliers lining the entire way across. There is an anvil every 50 feet, and there is a forge every 30 feet on the sides. The workbenches in this location have every single tiny, medium, and large necessary tool for any type of construction that is needed in this location. Hanging across the wall right next to you are all of the aprons and overcoats that people brought with them before they came in for a hard day's work. As you are walking through, you can see all of the different creations from all of the people and generations back, each one on their own placard, presumably handmade as well, and signed by the individuals who had made them, proud of their crafts. There's even a section on one of the walls where there's not too terribly impressively made things that seem to have children's signatures, younger followers that are very proud of themselves, and, well, they still give them a great place to show off their items here in public to the Allhammer.
That's awesome.
As you are walking through with this gnomish individual, you see he, despite his age and his hunched over size, he's walking very straight, very narrow. No cane needed, just walking. And as you are moving past, he whistles, and some people's attentions are drawn over towards you, and he calls out, "Kare!" You hear the sound of a sizzling blade being placed into a vat of oil, and you watch as a dwarven individual, his very veiny and sunburnt gray skin points to some type of heritage related to Duragar, but maybe removed once or twice. He has a very long gray mohawk that is parted to the side with sweat from the day, and he has these deep black bags underneath his eyes, suggesting how long he's probably been working. You can see the leathery face underneath those eyes, just aged from years and years at an anvil, and you can see a small little bit of smile lines going across his cheeks. But his face right now seems a bit more stoic and strong than fun and jolly. As this individual walks over towards you, he takes off these massive gloves that he was wearing, working in the flames, and you see a few of the individuals look over at him, and he ignores them, just keeps moving directly towards you. He stands up roughly about 4'2", I think shorter than you, but wide. You see he has a very bland earring placed through his right ear, given the gaudiness of everything else in this location. Just stands out. He looks up at you. You must be, I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Fordrum Brightblade from Luthadern. Forge cleric. Practicing. Seem to be a little lost. And I look around at the fires and flames, hoping, like, standing weird because I'm hoping that I'm not affecting anything.
Just far enough away that you aren't snuffing any of them out right now. The name's Kari Bronzehide. Sticks their hand over towards you.
Shake it.
He has a grip that is only comparable to your uncle or father's when he shakes your hand.
Uh-huh. You
can feel the years of calluses, and the palm tells a story of workmanship through his entire life.
I grab his hand, and as I squeeze, I smile, and I'm gonna say, reminds me of shaking my uncle's hand or my father's.
Must be hard workers then. That's good.
Yep. The family is.
So, why do you come here today? He starts walking around to the stations where people are observing and working, and he starts inspecting what they're working on and starts like showing people different measurements to be angling and like different strikes of the blade, and he's just generally helping everybody learn better.
I'll rotate, but I won't step toward them at all. So as if he goes away, I just speak up. But I'll say I seem to have lost my way. Really loud so that the whole room hears it.
Voice echoes through this chamber.
I look up at it like, fuck, that's uncomfortable.
Place has perfect harmonics.
Called on our father to do a simple task because we were in a dungeon sort of place, a dangerous place. And I have snuffed fire when I get close ever since. I've not been able to make much.
What do you mean you snuffed fire?
I look behind me, see if there's a torch on the wall or something like that. I just take a couple steps towards it, and I just hold my hand at it and it goes away, and I go,
that is a strange occurrence, to say the least. And you think that your hammer is punishing you?
think so. We made a couple mistakes. We were told to believe that we were creating something for someone with an intent to bring back their loved one. What I created was Craven's Edge, or recreated Craven's Edge, a evil and wicked blade. We have since...
I'm aware of it.
Yeah. So we have since defeated them and thrown the blade back into the volcano that it was forged in, destroying it. But that was a mistake. And then I summoned his blessing to bend a lock. And I think that was the final straw. Because since then, while some magics have worked, I can't make a fire.
So clearly he has to be punishing you, right?
That's just what I've assumed.
Well, if you come here for someone to speak to him on your behalf and ask for help.
No, I just want to atone. No, I want to just make it right, find my way into his favor. I would work day and night to achieve such. I'd like his guidance instead of his help.
But yeah, we'll take you up on that offer. You could start forging some blades right here. Yeah.
I can try. The last forge I approached went cold.
Never mind then. We like our fires hot. Well, he takes a blade and pulls it out of the forge where you see the flames are still licking around the tip of it and swings it past you where it immediately extinguishes. Dips it to cool it and sticks it back into the fire. You don't seem like an idiot, so I'm not going to treat you like one. You're probably fucked up. Most of us have. What you need to find a way to get his good grace, or figure out exactly what you fucked up. Now, I have something. He takes a different large slab of iron, grabbing it in his hands, and walks over to you. Hold your hands out. Places it there, and immediately your hands begin sinking down to your waist as this slab of iron weighs an incredible amount to you.
Mm.
Oh. Well,
I'll push. Like, I'm gonna flex and push to try and fight it back up to where it should be, I guess.
you manage to lift it up to about your chest before he reaches over, grabs it with his one hand, and begins looking at it. This is a father's stone.
Not familiar.
Most people aren't. It's something we don't use very often, and most people can barely withstand the weight of it. But I'll tell you what. You're looking to atone and figure out what you're doing. I know how you can do this. Take this slab, and you keep it on your person. And you... well... you have to find a fire that, despite your curse, you can forge the slab inside of. Now, you can't identify the stone, or have anyone else do it. Figure out what it is. When you forge this, figure out what it needs to be. Then you bring it back to me. But I should warn you, the longer it takes you to do this, or to start figuring out what you need, the heavier the stone becomes. Don't rush yourself, but be vigilant.
Okay.
You can accept this weight. Things will figure themselves out.
Done.
Put it back into your hands, and you can hold it around your chest.
Mm-hmm.
And until then, don't go near any of the churches if you can. Unless they need help. You know, always help them, but figure it out on your own.
Will do.
You'd be surprised what you can make without anybody else.
It's been my whole life making things without anybody else, so I appreciate it. All right, Kari.
All right, young man. Slap you on the shoulder.
I hope to come back soon.
Don't rush yourself. Come back right.
Mm-hmm.
He'll turn you around and give you a swift kick in the ass out the door.
Okay. I leave.
All of your companions are outside as your stone is a little lighter. The stone weighs 80 pounds right now.
Oof.
Make sure you add that to your character
Okay.
sheet. Just label it the Father's Stone. 80 pounds.
Were they able to help you, Fordrum, find a path?
Maybe. Maybe. I have a stone now. So Oops.
Don't turn it into Craven's Edge?
No, that's not what I'm supposed to do with it. No, I have to figure out what it wants to be. Forge it when I can.
It's stone, right?
It just wants to be a rock.
How
Wants to
how
be
do you
a
forge
what?
a rock? I know how we forged the last rock with lava, but is it a normal rock or like do you need a grindstone or something?
I don't know yet. Think I'll know when I figure it out.
Hmm.
Take out a little bit of leather, make myself a little satchel for my new father stone, and that way I can carry it, keep my hands free for other things.
How big is the stone?
This big.
Oh, so it's a pretty decent size.
It's like one of the shot puts.
It's like the size of my head. Oh, no, it's different than the shot put. The shot put, here, take a feel how heavy this is.
Oh, that's heavy.
I don't think I should be touching something that came from your church.
Oh,
Wow.
were we not supposed to?
No, we're not. It's fine. It's a superstition.
Okay.
So we have the stone, and we
Mhm.
need to be a lookout. You need to be on the lookout of what to make it in, what it wants to be made into.
Yeah, I think I got to pray on it a lot,
Maybe
with
it'll
it a
speak to
lot.
you.
carry it with me a lot.
You know what would be awesome?
What?
Like a big old like axe that's just like magic and stuff.
It would be awesome. That'd be super awesome. And I take the stone and I look at it and I go, do you want to grow up to be an axe? Yes, I want to be an axe. Seems like it likes it. We'll see where we get when we finally get there.
Blasphemy at its finest.
It's like
What's-
a weapon, but an egg.
It will be a weapon.
It's a weapon, but an egg.
All weapons start, well, I'm sure you know this, but all weapons start as just clumps of.
I'm gonna laugh when that thing becomes a lock.
When it becomes a what?
A lock. When you have to forge it into a lock, is
Yeah,
what he's
that
saying.
That could be. That could very well be. We'll
Maybe
see.
you'll have to pick it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, can't pick your family.
Well, including your naked aunt.
Right. So the trick will be two things. One is forging it, knowing what to forge it into, and two will be finding a forge that I can work in.
Oh, so you need fire. Or at least
That you don't put out.
Yeah, well, so in general, just all forging needs fire. When it's metal, usually needs fire.
I
But you
Joey-
need to find something that's resistant to your current issue.
Your
Joey,
anti-tiredness.
do I know whether or not the smithing techniques from my homeland used extreme heat? Because it used the folding technique, which
That
requires a lot of
is-
heat.
Absolutely heat based. Yeah. Layered folding metals are always heat based.
Yes. Roll me a history check though, Sinclair.
Do I?
Also, Broska, you get a viewer inspiration from Ruka, who says, "Rip Corvus."
Aw.
Appreciate it.
If it's regarding
you,
my
Rico.
homeland, do I get advantage or no?
No advantage for anything like that. Just opportunity.
Well, pretty good for history.
There is a technique, not that your clan used, but a different one. The technique was over top of a volcano that was buried beneath the crust of the earth. There is a sand pit where the sands were so incredibly hot, you could put your blade into it and pull it out, and it would be partially melted. Fantasy world people, come on, okay? And they usually made the finest blades. Not like, oh, it's finely crafted. No, thinnest blades they could ever make.
You could always try using dune smithing. It's a technique one of the other clans in the Shogun use, which the sands above a volcano that's buried underground are superheated.
Cool. Well, if we find one of those, we'll try it.
The only one I know of is back in my homeland. It's also where I need to go to see my temple.
Good. Well,
I'm supposed to catch a boat in a week, which means I need to start, 3 days.
Oh, well then, unless anybody else has a different plan, we can try that.
Where's the boat? Because I'm pretty sure this city is landlocked.
I
Sinclair.
pull out my map of this area that they gave me, and I point where I need to go for the boat.
About 300 miles south of you, there is a little tiny port town called Shorecombe.
So we need to cover 300 miles in less than 3 days.
Yep.
Holy crap.
You wouldn't happen to have anything from that town, would you?
I've never been on this continent.
Great.
Only thing I have is from Marquette. But we can't cast arcane magic while in this area.
Yeah. Do I
It's worse than freaking Islecross.
Wait. Question. If we get out of the town so that he can cast, just step outside the city gates, could he use your thing from Marquette to get us to Marquette?
I don't know because it's out of time.
Well, I have no idea what to do with that.
Well, that's the thing. Normally you would need an object from a place that you're familiar with and whatnot, but the landscape has changed so drastically. I don't think the Empire exists anymore down there. The bazaar still exists, which is where they said the boat's taking me, so the merchants at least survived.
So
Now, I am so sorry, everybody. I forgot to have you describe yourself, Broska. Nobody knows what you look like.
So I'm just this. I am big, broad, and just bad as hell. I am wearing pants. Shirt's kind of just open chested. Got to show off there. I'm big and hairy all over the face. Just cannot just. You would need a bushwhacker to get through that shit. A little primal, especially around the mouth. You see some more animalistic features in there. You can't quite place it, but the teeth are just a little bit pointier than you're used to seeing in normal furbolgs, and the eyes shine like a little golden if you catch it with the right light.
I just picture you with a V-neck, but the V goes down to like your navel, but it's hard to tell because it's all just chest hair coming out of the V.
I'm picturing the same, but
Budget.
open Hawaiian shirt instead of the.
Oh, open Hawaiian shirt. Nice. That's classy. So, Joey, do I know if his sword hilt is enough or if it's too far gone from the current state of Marquette for me to be able to safely teleport there?
You are knowledgeable enough about the teleportation spell to know that that sword hilt is no longer a portion of Marquette. It is a portion of his heritage and his culture, and you have no idea where that is, and it probably has more ties to where it was more recently and much longer placed hell.
Okay. Yeah, so no, that's a bad one.
Is
Yeah.
is
that's what I
Honing
thought.
still sitting by the door? Back at the door?
Yeah, Honing's back
I look
there.
over at him and I go, "Hey, Honing, is there a marketplace here in town? And if so, are there traders from Marquette in that marketplace?"
100%, yeah. Marketplace, just go down the street, walk about 3 blocks, and you'll start seeing trees sprout up
Yeah.
everywhere. Just start wandering around those tree lines, and you'll come across all of the trades and posts out
Right
there.
on.
There should be some Marquesian traders and such.
Perfect. Thank you.
Can
Yep.
I ask you one last question?
Yeah.
I know this area is protected against the arcane.
Yeah.
How far away from city do we have to be in order to use any arcane?
Come here, stand on top of this stairs right here.
Yes.
Look out that way.
Mhm.
About 20 miles or so where that wall
Mhm.
is. Go past it.
Okay.
And you can still use arcane in the town. We don't like it. And we forbade teleportation inside of the town altogether, unless you have express written permission from one of the leads of one of the churches.
Of course. Okay, so we just need to go all the way over there. That's not too terribly bad, Argon.
Is there wouldn't happen to be a quick travel method of some form to this small town of Shorecombe that we need to go to?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Like how fast? Like,
Well, you could take a cart,
which I imagine would take a couple
4
weeks.
days.
few weeks.
If we drove all night, 4 days.
What I wouldn't give for a
Well,
minivan
I've
right
got
now.
a boat that I gotta catch in 3 days.
Oh.
I just
Are
got.
you sure it's a boat you have to catch, or is it a caravan you have to catch that's going to a boat?
Lady Teresa just handed me this.
So look at the piece of paper. Come here.
Uh huh.
Bonks you with the whistle.
Ow!
Really sturdy. Hands you back the note. The caravan leaves in 3 days.
The caravan from here heading to Shorecombe.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more
Oh.
sense.
Yeah.
You've been very helpful, and I appreciate your insight.
Yeah. Thank you for being hard-headed enough to let me make sure it's sturdy.
I look at the empty brazier next to him because Forger put it out and I put 300 gold in it.
I thought you were broke. You made Forger buy you alcohol.
I had a feeling we were going to be at least spending one more night here and I was going to need to pay one more fee.
They have taverns that have got to be less than 300 gold a night.
Ordrum just looks in there, realizes that after spending the silver or 2 that he did, he's down to, 3 gold and a couple of silver, and goes,
You were the one who's been bugging him?
I don't think it's considered mugging when they voluntarily give it up.
No, I guess not in this case. I'm not looking to press charges. I'm just asking.
I don't
There's a
know.
difference.
Would assault with a whistle count as mugging?
In this city, that's called divine retribution. It is allowed.
All right,
Because
gents,
technically there was assault before the payment.
we gotta walk for 3 blocks, and I sort of start spinning Sinclair and invite Bruska to walk in that direction, and give a nod towards Argon, and we all start walking away from here before we get our asses kicked.
So, you all walk away from the beautiful church that you had found yourselves in and head on over to the marketplace. You look around at the many different stalls that are out here in the very frigid and cold environment that you find yourselves in. The stalls are all plentifully filled and have all assortments of random thingy and mabobs that you can come across. They all seem to have been put up very recently, and there's only about 10 or 12 actual shops that are permanent inside of this long strips of craftswork and, well, sales.
I walk up to
So-
the first booth that we see when we walk in and say, "Excuse me, where
Hey,
hi, where are the Marquesian sales traders?"
I mean, are you looking for somebody specifically Marquesian?
We're
Oh,
gonna travel there, so I think we're looking to get clothes to fit in.
I mean, I have Marquesian wares.
Are they made in Marquesian? Or
Yeah, Marquette. But yeah.
Insight.
Go for it. DC of 10.
God, lying in a
I
holy
made
city.
it.
13. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
lying. He's lying.
I go, uh-huh. So where are the people from actual Marquette? Sorry.
Round the bend, you'll find one of those old raggedy cots that look like it's way too worn from traveling across the open
Yep.
plains.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll give him a silver.
Just be glad you're not in Marquette. You'd have gotten your hand cut off
Who? For what?
for lying about where wares came from.
Don't threaten anybody. Come on, walk. Walk.
Funny thing is, that's actually a legitimate statement that he just made about
Yeah.
Marquette.
One,
Nope.
you don't shoplift. Two, you don't swindle.
Oh, I mean, shoplifting gets your hand cut off. Swindling gets your hand cut off. It's very easy to get your hand cut off.
And people
What
thought
if you
Schultz was
unduly
bad.
cut off someone's hand?
Well, they learned their lesson. Now they only have one hand to swipe with, and if they lose that one, then they're SOL.
So, you wander around and roll me a perception check, Fordrum. Easy enough. You find that there is this old raggedy cart that looks very haggard and nearly completely broken down sitting there, and they have this flap over the cart that has "Wares Authentic Marquette" written wide across it. There appears to be this lizard folk individual in the back of it, bundled up in way too many furs, looking very out of place in this location, and just seems to be snarling just at everyone who walks by. They have this golden glitter underneath their eye that sparkles around them, and they have a nice cap that sits on top of their head and flows backwards, almost like a beret.
Huh.
I see the lizard, and I'm gonna say in Marquesian. Are you the actual Marquesians? Not like the swindler
over.
back there.
I roll my
I'll
eyes
look
and I
back
go,
over.
I think I even know that he's the actual Marquesian.
He'll smile over at you. Yeah, I'm Marquesian, brother. How you doing, man?
I've been here too dang long. I need to go back home.
Shit, yeah, man, I'm with you on that one. We're actually leaving here in a few days.
Yeah,
Like 3?
Oh, this is in Marquesian.
the priestess
Sorry.
of Ravens had, I guess, talked to your caravan lead about me and my colleague
Are you
hitching a ride.
you're symbolic, right?
Sinclair, but yes.
Sinclair. Okay, my bad. Yeah. That's us. We'll be leaving in 3. Hey, Marbles. Sticks his hand up.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. And you all watch Sinclair give this weird handshake where he grabs the hand, grabs the thumb, and then flaps away. Yeah.
Did I understand the word marbles?
Yes, it translates directly into
Right.
marbles.
I look over at Sinclair. Does he need marbles?
No, that's his name.
Yeah, sorry about that. The name's Marbles, people. How are ya?
Nice to meet you, Marbles.
Nice to meet you as well. So you're looking for wares, and apparently he's going to be traveling with us. Is more people traveling with us than that?
If you don't mind,
there's quite a
we'd
bit.
all
Well,
like to
he's on a
travel.
pilgrimage, and that one right over there with all the fur is
Naked ant.
my bodyguard. We're making a holy pilgrimage back to temple in Marquette.
I'm sorry, did you just say naked
I
ants?
don't know. Yeah.
He's looking around. Where?
Where?
It's a
he
it's a
He
long
has a
story.
condition.
Oh,
That's why he looks so ragged.
you're in. That's a little weird, man. But it's fine. Hey, don't worry about being on a pilgrimage, man. People come all over for all different reasons to go to Marquette. And yes, my name is Marbles, everybody. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Will this cart make
Yeah.
it all the way to Marquette? Isn't it far?
Made this trip over 100 times in my lifespan. Think you can do one more? Hopefully.
Out of curiosity, how long is the trip to Marquette from here?
Oh, well, usually after we make enough coin to go on back home, we travel for just shy of 5 days before we make it to Shorecombe, and then we have to charter a vessel, which luckily we've already chartered, and it should take us roughly about 2.5 weeks to Shamal. And then from Shamal, well, that's where I part ways with all of you. I just pick up on more wares and start heading on back.
Jesus.
You got anyone that likes buying gothic clothing?
Gothic clothing?
You know, the black and the frilly.
No, I mean frilly, yeah, but like nobody in their right mind would wear black
Well,
in Shamal. Are you kidding? Like that's just asking to die.
Yeah, I know. Like it's like the worst thing to wear in the desert, but you know those nobles, they're not necessarily nobles, they're merchant lords. They might have a mistress or something that might like some frilly stuff.
Right, frilly stuff, yeah, but anything black, ooh, that doesn't. I mean, maybe in Shamal you can get some sales. There's some weirder folk moving in towards all the bayous and such out there, but yeah, that's about all we can think of right now. Yeah.
Is Shamal our destination, Sinclair?
Shamal is the Great Bazaar. It's,
No, that's on Harel.
oh, y'all,
Shamal is the shoreline, the coastal city that you're going to go over to.
oh, I thought it was the bazaar.
No. The bazaar is in Ankharel,
Where's?
which is the middle of the desert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you need to head all the way down to the. Yeah, you guys are traveling the world.
And the place I need to go is near this, right?
You need to go near Ankharel.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the port city for the wares coming out of Tyrell.
Yes, Shamal.
Okay.
Shamal are the port wares coming out of Marquette, heading up here and everywhere else. It's also the port city inside of Marquette.
Yeah. It's the port of the bazaar.
So
It's where all of our goods go out to all the places that we sell
So we're gonna. How much desert do we have to cross, Sinclair?
to. If my memory's accurate, a lot.
It's not so bad. Maybe 150, 200 miles worth.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the deserts really aren't that bad. You wear light colored clothing on top of yourselves. You get yourself nice and cozy. You try not to do anything too exhausting. You drink plenty of water, and you make it no problem. You know? Don't worry, the nights are still cold. Real cold.
I'm assuming there's like caravans that run from Shamal to Arkarel that we could probably negotiate passage with.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, they're always looking for guards to help escort against the fun things in the desert.
Yeah, there's plenty of those. That's why I usually stick to just Shamal if I can help it.
Yeah.
You know? Not to mention, I mean, like, it's really it's a nice place to be, you know? There's not a whole lot of politics. There's not a whole lot of, like, noble influence. It's mostly respect. You know? If you have it, you get treated nicely. If you don't, don't. Real easy up there.
Oh, that's nice. It's been a long time since I've been back. I saw one of the reef divers back in Uthodurn. He's from Marquette. He said the reefs were looking beautiful.
Always beautiful. Always very beautiful whenever you can find them. Never a dull moment. But yeah, if you're interested in going to see some of the flora life out there, you can find some beautiful, beautiful things at in the reefs, in the bayous, all around.
Where do we meet when we depart from this city?
The southern wall. We're gonna be over by the front gates and get ready to skedaddle. I did have confirmation that you're going to be our security. Can I assume you're not securing them as well, right? Because we accepted you on the caravan because you're supposed to be our security.
He's a very powerful mage. So him with, and I point to my muscle, him, you aren't going to have any problems keeping your caravan safe.
You're a powerful mage, are you? Huh? Yeah?
Well,
do you know how to cast Misty Step?
I learned Misty Step at probably around age 12.
And how old are you now? I don't know how old giant folk
I'm in
get.
my mid-20s.
Oh, so not that long ago, eh?
Yeah.
All right. You're getting there.
Someday I'll get up to something more powerful, like, maybe fly or something at some point.
Don't get ahead of yourself, kid. It's fine. So just...
yeah, he helps augment our fighters.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
You know, that good
see
enchantment type magic.
I hit shit.
Exactly.
See, that I understand. I met a guy a while before. He knew this one spell. He always called it Cast Iron, and he just whacked the shit out of somebody with
I
a
know that
frying
one.
pan. Yeah, you know that one?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I reached to my bag and pulled out a skillet.
Hey, that's a good guy. Well, you all look like you're really fun. I should give you a warning that this is a sober caravan.
Look over at the other two. Smile real big.
Roska just immediately goes all stone faced. Just
I gotcha.
I look at him like I'm gonna cut him.
You believe me.
good, thank God.
You believe me.
Please, dear God, no.
Here, guys, try these. And he pulls out these small little oranges that look misshapen compared to oranges both of you are used to, and hands them over to you guys.
All right.
I just take it.
There you go. Here, one for each of you. One of you. Yeah, enjoy. You take off the skin, and underneath it is what you eat. It's clementines.
Oh.
I'll try. I'll eat it.
It's less sweet than an orange, but more boldly citrusy. It's nice. And juicier. It's like the juices are condensed.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We do a lot of our own growing of many different produce out there in Shamal.
These fabrics that you have are manufactured in Marquette, right?
Yeah, all he has is cold weather
Oh.
gear. He has nothing for the desert.
That's not really the relevant part of my question.
Yes, all of it was made at
Okay.
Shamal.
So,
Are you interested in buying some, eh? Are you?
no, I don't think we need to.
I don't think you want to go in the desert in your furs.
I don't really think that's his point.
Mm-mm.
You wouldn't happen to have anything that's quintessentially Shamal. Like,
I can tell you know, for those of us who may not know what that word means.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really, Argon's got to find a way to dumb this down.
Everyone in the party has no idea what that word is.
I do, right?
Except you. What's your intelligence score?
Well, no, I know like the names of our cities. and
Right,
things
but you
like
don't
that.
know what.
No, he just said quintessentially.
Oh.
That is 3 too many syllables
Oh, yeah,
for
I
your
have
intelligence
8.
score. That is just
I'm looking for something that truly symbolizes and can associate itself with Shamal. Like, if you were going to go to Shamal and there was one item you could buy that is, you could only get this in Shamal, or you know it came from Shamal because, you know, Shamal is famous for this.
It's your ball one more time.
It's quintessentially
say it
Shamal.
one more time. I get I get a Yahtzee. Okay, so something that is quintessentially.
Yes,
Is
that's
that
the word.
word?
Very good.
Truly easier word. Why don't you just fucking use that? Anyways,
I see a small issue with that.
yeah. Totally. Here. I got. Wait, why? It's not for sale.
No, unless you
want
can
some-
bring the whole caravan, I don't
No,
think
no,
that's going to be viable.
Well, but we don't
Because
have
me
to.
and Bruce
Oh yeah,
have already signed a contract, and you don't
Ah.
break contracts with Marquesian traders.
okay, never mind. I didn't realize you signed
mean-
a contract.
Well, it's kind of the whole we're escorting them for passage.
Wait a second. Why don't you guys just be like?
He has the ability
Oh, boy.
to
Yeah.
take someone from one place to another based off of where an object is from.
Like Misty Step.
Yes, only
Over longer distance.
Yes.
Like continents.
Alright, fancy magic man, explain it to me.
I can Misty Step from here to Shamal if I have something that is truly Shamal, but I am limited to the number of people I can take. So,
How many people can you take?
9 total.
2, 3, 4, 5. Me, my sister, my uncle. That's 8.
Is that
So wait, you're saying you can get me out of this hellscape and back home faster?
And
Yes.
cheaper.
How many do you have goods that you need to take with you, or are you just taking back your stuff and then you're picking up goods at
Let-
Shamal?
usually whatever goods we can't sell, we just off to one of the other vendors here at a huge discount so I can just go back with an empty cart and come back with a full one. I need to bring my cart with me. Is there a way to do that?
If Broski's carrying it, I don't see why not.
How much? Let's see. How much can I take with me?
Anything being worn or carried by other individuals. You are limited by the individuals. But the problem is, it's a full-size cart. You would need... I mean, Broska looks big and strong,
but
there's no possibility that a mere person could just carry a cart, right? You've never seen that before in your life, Argan.
I've seen a lot less being carried.
But yeah, you've never seen that before, so that's like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know that someone can carry a cart. I can only take what people are carrying.
Broska,
you've carried many a carts in your life.
Those don't even look that big.
Wait, you can carry the cart?
Yeah, just not the horse.
Here, let Broska roleplay, please.
I'm just gonna saunter up to it and just, stretch out, crack my knuckles a little bit, just dig right in there. And just...
Alrighty. Now, because as a Furbolg he has double carrying capacity, and as a barbarian he has double that carrying capacity, you watch as he grabs underneath the cart and lifts it into the air.
I'm asking if there's anything breakable in here first.
Holy shit, let me out!
If we put your horse in there, we can bring the horse.
Fuck the horse, we don't need that thing. It's a rental.
Okay.
Oh, even better.
It's 9 willing creatures. We could have brought the horse anyways.
Oh, cool, we'll bring the horse with us. I don't want to pay that fee if I don't have to.
So...
Holy shit.
So if you have something that is truly Shamal, I will need to borrow it. I don't need to keep it.
Yeah.
And
he pulls out a teddy bear that has a blanket sewed in underneath the arms and the legs of it.
Oh, that's very cute.
Thank you. It's been in my family for 3 generations.
That should work fine.
But I need it back. I got to give it to my child if I ever have
I have no intention of keeping it. It is entirely... In fact, you could probably even hold it through the thing. I just need to be in contact with it. So, yeah. So I know Sinclair and Broska agreed to some sort of secure it, but if we can get you there, does that fulfill their end of the contract?
100%. Yeah.
Could you, when we get there,
save us that amount of time. Whew.
When we get there, would you be able to help us with an introduction to another caravan that goes between there and the bazaar?
I mean, I could certainly make you any introduction you require. Something like that? No problem at all.
Appreciate it.
Especially if you're saving me that amount of time. Hell yeah, man. That's amazing.
Also, you don't have to pay for the boat to get from point A to B.
Oh, well, we're already gonna lose out on money on that, but that's fine. If you're saving me that many weeks of travel, we'll make that up in no time.
Well, hopefully you can get some of your deposit back, if nothing else. But okay,
I'll try. Good call.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Wow. You must be a pretty powerful mage if you can Misty Step that many people.
Focus on, really specific disciplines. I've spent a lot of time practicing Misty Step.
Right. Must have.
Well, once you're done selling all your wares,
step of them all.
Once you're done selling all your wares, we can make way. We just have to get outside of town so that he can Misty Step, because they frown so highly here in town with arcane. The church doesn't like it when we cast magic in town.
Yeah, they seem real uppity about that stuff, don't
they?
They have reason.
Arcane just makes everything easier, though.
It does.
Honestly.
But sometimes the easy path isn't always the right path. In this instance, it is, but there were times that some people took it a little too far. But that's a long story for another time.
Good, very good. Well, tell you what, guys, this sounds like a great deal. When do you guys want to leave? Honestly, like whenever you want, I'll offload all this stuff on the Jeep. No problem.
Is there anything else we need to do in this town?
I want to try once again with the Slayer's take if you have time, but
If
You're never going to pass that test. I won't even be able to pass that test.
You never know. Do you
Oh.
need to?
there's a chance.
It's a
Maybe.
written test.
You want to spend the night? We can. I can help you study. I'm really good at tests.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
be drinking more than I will be studying.
Well, I was talking to Broska. You already said you weren't going to take it. All right, so I will spend the night tutoring Broska on his best attempt to pass the Slayer's Take test.
Because I have some general idea of what they were trying to go for, I think.
Yeah, it's only really as good as what you remember was on the test, but
So, are we leaving today, tomorrow, the next day?
In the morning?
well, no, he's gonna
morning?
take the test tomorrow. So
So he's taking the test tomorrow. So like tomorrow
Evening?
afternoon?
yeah,
Probably
like,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna try to sell as much of this as I can. Are you all interested in cantaloupes? Sinclair, you have not had a cantaloupe in so
We
long.
can use a study stack.
I would love a cantaloupe.
Here. Goes into the back of his cart, pulls out a crate that still has about 6 of them, barely still fresh, like ripe. They're on the cusp of spoiling, and hands over the entire crate to you. There you go. Enjoy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hey, Fordrum,
Mm.
can you make these ripe again?
Like what?
Can you make these ripe again?
The cantaloupe.
Purify food and drink.
I'm not sure. How do you think that would work?
I know you can create food. I didn't know if you can alter food.
Oh no, I haven't been calling on. I'm not using any magic. So I don't do that right now.
You can just make food?
Yep, it's bland, but it fills all.
Oh yeah,
love
it's
this
literally worse than pub food. But when you're out in the woods and you don't have rations, it's worth it.
wait a minute. This is a fantasy world. Pub food, like tavern food, is like the best food other than like literally homemade because it's the only
Well, yeah, 'cause
restaurants.
you're always going to go with it.
I don't know. That mammoth is pretty tasty.
I don't know. The pubs around here have the best fish and chips I've ever had. So I think pub food's awesome.
It's not your mother's cooking though.
Nothing is. But anyway, so I don't know. I mean, I can take off the skin real nicely. I've got a skinning knife that I could peel it with. It's not that dirty.
I just look at his skinning knife and I just hit it with the stone that auto cleanses it.
Ding! It's clean. It just
Skin.
And then while he's skinning, I hit him with
slicing
it.
open.
I don't slice anything open. I just skin it because I don't understand what a cantaloupe
yeah.
works like.
It's a juicy
Ball.
of orange. Why is everything over there orange? Like it's
Because it's
just
citrus.
But yeah, Fortune, that is. Actually, wait, you spent a little bit of time on the Menagerie Coast. You've seen exotic fruits. You
Sure.
just didn't partake in them while you were there. You're aware of it.
I'm
and-
aware that the cantaloupe has seeds in the middle. Okay, then I would cut it in half, unseed it, slice it into things. Here, it's easier to eat this way. Hold the skin bite the pieces.
Marble will take one of the slices and, like, with seeds and just pop it in his mouth. And the rind.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, it's delicious.
Mhm.
Listen, I've eaten a lot worse for a lot less. But
That's what
anyways.
she said, joke.
I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. Alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Hey, big fella, good luck on your test.
Yeah, thanks.
Nail it. And if you can't beat it up.
I like you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go hawk all my wares. He leaps off, gets his horse, and starts leading it to just sell at a huge discount. Not with this shit.
All right, let's go get a room for the night, so we have a place we can study.
Sounds great. Should we go over near where the server's take is to rent something?
Sure.
That'll guarantee a bar fight.
Was this the place that had the sausage when we were? All right, so
is.
yeah, we're gonna have
It
to
is
stop and
the
get
place.
sausage on the way.
Oh, you guys are shopping for sausages?
And cake.
And cake, yeah. There is a Slayer's cake here as well, which all of you who were over inside of what do you call it, Whitestone would remember them mentioning they do have a store here as well, and your noses lead you there quickly. You travel all the way over towards one of the Slayer's cake. Broska, this is your first time at a Slayer's cake. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw. That was a whispered roll. Broska, how much money do you have on your person?
Good amount.
Let's just say you spend... You're a big guy. You can eat a lot. 100 gold.
You now have type 1 diabetes.
He's a big guy.
Dude,
You have to remember, he's the size
Broska-
of 3 4-drones.
Broska goes in and comes out with arms full of pastries, basically.
No, he goes in and comes back with crates piled with everything they had in the store.
And then we mugged the freaking sausage guy for his haul too.
Broska, you're not sure what happened. They threw something in your mouth, and everything just went sparkling and dazzling, and now you have the entire shop. I wish this was probably the first time this has happened to you, but it might not be. Much cake I
Type
got
3
down with
diabetes.
Type 1 and 2. You get type 1 plus 2.
All right.
Argan, should I go and see if he can take the test tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I just kind of assumed he thought he could, but that may be an incorrect assumption on my part.
I can go over there and ask if Broski can take a second test and try to use our knowing hedge to possibly get that opportunity.
All right.
Yes, 100% Broska can get. We keep calling him Brewski. It's Broska. Like
Broska.
the terrible style
It's
of music.
Broska.
And Broska?
Yep.
Well, spelled bro. But yeah, okay, that's fine.
That's why I keep calling him Broski.
Alrighty. So, you can take the written exam tomorrow. Broska. We fast forward.
All right.
Remove 2 gold, somebody, for the
I'll do it.
party's slot. Actually, wait, no. There's churches everywhere. You could just stay at any church. Literally name one. You can stay there. Not the all.
No, because
hammer
Fortune
one,
puts out their
obviously,
fires. He said to stay out.
Yeah,
of
but
them.
that's the. But like, there's cold churches that don't use fires, like the Raven Queens. Or you could get an in.
We can go to a church. We can go to the Raven Queens. It's fine.
Save yourself the money if you want to. That's your core.
No, we're not
Broska.
saving money. I'm going to be donating.
I am going to be asking you questions,
All right.
and we will see how Braska does on the written exam portion of the Slayer's Take.
We got this.
Question number 1. A Tarrasque is moving 30 feet per round
Okay.
away from a city. Roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Can I give him advantage or something? I mean, come on. I grew
What
up
can
in
you
a
do for
school.
it?
I tried to.
Are you taking the exam?
No,
with
I
him?
was just trying to
Or
prep
were
him.
you're trying to
Yeah.
prep him? Okay. All right, well, then the night before, Argan, I need you to give me a performance check. Broska, I need you to give me another intelligence saving throw.
Performance? Yeah, that's not terrible.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
He did better than his dress check.
Broska, you have learned more in that evening than you have probably for the past like 7 months collectively.
He bring it in,
Argan,
Bernie.
you don't understand how to describe everything to him. Like, you're doing your best, but he just doesn't. He's missing that part, you know? Like,
Just not quite getting it.
so yeah, you're 5 on your intelligence save. You walk out of there taking 11 points of psychic damage. And you had no idea Tarrasque could move that fast. That's really all you got from the entire exam. 1 month of studying.
Yeah.
Better luck next year.
They failed him on one question.
No, he couldn't get past one question.
Oh God.
I should have taken the test just so I could have taken it.
Did you
Sure,
want
I'll
to?
take the test.
Give me an intelligence save. Anybody else want to? Because you all already finished the physical aspect of the exam.
There we go.
Sure, why not?
Argan,
Can I make mine?
you have the 3rd highest score in their history.
Can I make a wisdom save to copy Argan's answers?
Ooh, that would be actually a perception check to notice his answers as he's making.
Oh,
I
I went
wanna
in
do
there
that as well.
knowing.
If he's in there while I'm in there, do I have a chance of doing that?
Yeah, roll me a perception check. Roscoe.
Everyone tries to. I just have Argan sitting in a chair,
Hey!
just filling it out, and everyone's just kind of
I don't
hovering
know
around him.
shit, but I can shoot with the best of them.
Now I need a sleight of hand check from all 3 of you to cheat.
Oh, I'm gonna fail this.
I'm gonna use my game advantage.
Hey, 17. Yeah, Fordrum, you're not very.
Wardrobe. Oh,
Hey, Fordrum, as you're sitting there, you notice everything he's writing, but like you start leaning over to look, and an arrow hits right next to your
It's
nose
the beard.
into the back of
Every
a chair.
time I turn, the beard just points at what I'm looking at.
Right. Just scrapes against the thing. But yeah, no, they stop you from cheating. But luckily, they're so focused on watching if you're cheating, the other 2 get away with cheating. Braska, roll again. And now, Sinclair, I need you to roll me an intelligence save with advantage.
You roll another intelligence save?
This is your advantage to the 5 that you rolled.
I can't even help you cheat.
How can Tarrasque move that fast? It's just
Why would you want to
Wait,
be
how
on the
do I
same
spell
plane as
Tarrasque?
a Tarrasque?
both of you get stuck on the first question. So
You
Argan,
guys know they're like
3rd
they're like
highest
60 feet
on
long,
the-
right? They're huge. That's right. That's one step. Remember the giants? They move really fast too, because one step, even if it's slow, is a lot farther
Yeah.
than me.
Yes.
But I'm envisioning that Argan showed his work when he started off that math question, and he filled out this
Through all the
huge
letters.
algebraic equation with calculus, and they just
You brought your own
yeah,
paper.
and they just couldn't even. They got lost trying to copy down all the symbols they'd never seen before, and they just lost
They
it
had
at
to
that
send it.
point.
They had to send it to a professional to
Yeah.
review. Just like, is this bullshit? Is he a bard? Like, just
Is he just making crap up now?
Yeah.
The problem
yeah.
is when your mom
yeah.
gets that piece of paper, she's gonna know whose handwriting it is, and you're really busted then.
What are you doing in Vasselheim?
Right.
But yeah, you will have Argon has completed the written exam portion of the Slayer's Take application. And now there's only one more thing that you have to participate in, and that is a official sanctioned battle against one of the other sanctioned members,
Kill Hedge.
which you can do at a
Yeah,
later
we'll
date.
do that at a later date.
He killed Hedge.
That wasn't sanctioned. It wasn't a 1v1. But yeah, Argon, last step. Everyone else, you still have to. Well, Braska needs to do two things. One of which he wanted to do, he just hasn't yet. And the other two, you guys have to pass this exam one
Yeah.
day.
And do the 1v1 fight.
But yeah, congratulations,
Thank
Argon.
you.
Third highest exam score in their history.
I really kind of want to know who had 2 and 1. I'll find that out later.
They cheated too,
Yeah.
so don't worry about it.
That'll be the next story arc.
My lifelong quest to find out who beat me on the test.
Number 2 cheated off of number
Right.
1. They just forgot one dot of an I. Anyways, you all gather up together. You walk outside of the city where you see Marbles is sitting there waiting for you all with his cart and his horse. You see a younger lizard folk girl, maybe like 10 years old, sitting on the cart, swinging her legs from side to side. And you see an older lizard folk gentleman, little graying around the scales towards his eyes, just watching as all of you are walking over. Marble walks over. Hey guys, so you ready to jump? Oh, cool gold star. Where'd you get that?
He passed the test.
Oh shit! Good job, man.
Yeah, I really want to know who the other 2 guys in history that have beaten me on that test are, though.
Or are they still focused on
Oh.
Jurass anyway? They hardly show up ever.
It was not specific to the Tarrasque. It was trying to teach you how to run away. And I'm going to launch into this long explanation about
Run away.
what
I
the
want to
point
get
of,
off that plane.
what the point of the question was, and how it was, symbolic of knowledge, not specific.
Look,
Luckily, you managed to just tune him out to the degree where he just goes.
I want to add this for
Man,
everybody.
that kettle was good last night.
Go
If
ahead,
we
Forge.
do run into a Tarrasque, let's not take notes. Let's deal with it as we would, because I could just imagine that moment being really confusing for all of us.
Ruka posted something hilarious. If a certain satyr can run 110 feet per turn and a Tarrasque is about to shoot a 300-foot beam into a celestial realm, how many tankards of beer can a dwarf down in a fortnight? You get a damn inspiration for your game, Ruka.
That's awesome.
That's fucking... Oh... Explain your answer. All right. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm focused on the game. That
Yeah, I
was,
get you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
28.
So now that we're outside the city limits, I guess we should all gather around in the circle. Pray we don't squish anyone on arrival.
Yeah.
right. So all you need is Mr. Teddy's Worth.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
He holds on to one hand and offers you the
Okay,
other
I
one.
will hold on to Mr. Teddyworth's hand. You don't actually have to stand in a circle. It's any characters I could see in range. But Braska, I need you to carry the.
On it.
So since the card is completely empty, Brosco, you can simply go underneath it and squat lifted all the way up onto your shoulders.
Oh, this is a lot
Just
lighter
hold
than
it
the
there.
other day.
It is a little bit of a strain to you. It's a strain. This is nearing your max carry capacity.
Probably.
Yeah, nearing. I mean, how much does a cart weigh, PHB?
I don't know.
You have to wait for it. Page 164, I think.
200.
200 pounds.
200 pounds? An empty cart only weighs 200
Yeah.
pounds?
Oh, I can lift.
Oh, never mind.
6 of
Fucking
these.
easy. It's fucking easy. Yeah, like
It's gonna
It's
start
the size
juggling
that
it.
makes it. It's the size that makes it awkward.
If it's
yeah,
a
but he's also,
wagon,
like,
it's
8 feet
400.
wide.
Yeah,
Like, he's
the
so-
wagon is 400. The
So
wagons
I
are
actually
bigger.
googled like a real world cart. That's closer to my actual maximum capacity. That was
200
actually
pounds. Yeah, that sounds so light.
Yeah. It's the 1 horse drawn one, that's why. If it's the 2 horse pulled one, then it's a wagon, and that's 400.
Oh, it is supposed to be a wagon. Yes, sorry. He keeps saying cart. It is a wagon. It's all of his goods and everybody was on
Yeah,
there.
400 pounds.
So yeah, we'll round it up to 500. And yeah, Broska, not an issue. You know, it's uncomfortable.
it's definitely an effort, but it's not,
So, Argan, you attempt to teleport down to the city of Shamal.
Yes.
Correct? I need to get that handout ready because I wasn't expecting you to be here already.
You thought we were gonna walk to a port city.
Yeah, it's fine. You guys just skipped like 7 encounters I had planned. It's good. No problem. All right. So, everybody, you all look at one another as Argan traces the arcane magics outside of the gates, watching as some noble guards are keeping watch out here, making sure none of you are doing anything nefarious with your arcane magics. And you teleport away.
I just wave at them as we're disappearing.
The arcane shift and glow around you grabs onto your bodies and twists you chaotically through the realm, sending you adrift and flying across this landscape at an impossible rate of speed. One of the furthest distance you all have teleported thus far. And Broska, I think this is your first time teleporting, correct? Well, second time.
Yeah,
But you liked the first time, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Your con save was pretty high? Yeah.
Usually-
Woo!
Yeah, because Lady Teresa brought us over here from, yeah. Actually, this wouldn't be the farthest we've ever traveled.
I said
Yeah.
one of.
We
One
came from Uther.
And as you twist around and slam into the ground, you all are hit with first a wave of initial nausea that subsides within a moment, and then Ordrum, the most wet air you have ever experienced in your life immediately sticks to your skin. The hair across your body and head begins puffing up almost immediately. And you look across the area as there's these tiny insects buzzing around you. You look down at the ground where your feet are stuck into very thick, slimy bayou waters, and you are surrounded by these hooked trees that are looking like they're almost claws reaching out, trying to grasp at you. Everyone else who's never been in a humid, hot environment before, this place feels slimy. Even the air is thick. Welcome to Shamal.
Oof.
We're not in Shamal, guys. I think we're a little bit. Are we south? North. Yeah, we're north. Ah, shit.
Oh, we got close.
We're like a mile away. And in the swamp waters.
Well, we're early.
Oh no. We gotta look out for the giant gators.
There's giant gators?
Oh yeah, they make
Yeah,
great,
Of course.
great handbags and
Ooh.
boots.
They taste good too.
I've never eaten gator meat
Gator.
before.
We have this phenomenal cuisine you can buy called gator tacos out here.
Mm,
So good. But you don't want to fight one. I mean,
Yeah, I do.
he's looking at you, still holding the cart. I don't want to fight one. Just,
Well, you don't have to.
you might need, you might want to body slam one. You look like, I don't know.
Well, all right. So I'm gonna cast Mage Armor and Gift of Alacrity on myself, just as preparation.
Question: how thick is the metal on a ring of water walking?
How
Yeah.
thick? Less than an inch.
Right. All right. I'm kind of looking at my ring of water walking, and I'm looking at the wheel hub of the cart. I'm trying to decide if I could expand it, because 4 rings of water walking on this cart, would it make it one of those puddle jumper carts? Would it just...
Ring of. Let me see something first.
Might be like a creature wearing this ring.
It doesn't specify creature. If you had 4 of them
we have 5.
and you want to take the time with a forge cleric,
Yeah.
might
I
be
mean, it's
possible.
silver, so expanding it to fit around the, the nut on the wheel, it could work.
Aren't you gonna have to heat the metal to stretch it, Fordrum?
Well, not silver. Silver can stretch just by... I mean, I'll eyeball it to see how much. I know I could probably get it a decent amount. And I could probably... If you like when they size rings, they just tap them and you can get them to... If there's enough metal, because silvers and golds are soft enough that they'll just spread.
Does your curse affect magical fires?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so.
Okay, I can heat the bit on the cart for you with my green flames.
Hmm.
That'll help you stretch out the metal.
Here, I'd
rather
rather
have the
put that on the
ring-
cart for you guys to do this.
Well,
Are you proficient in woodwork?
me, yeah.
Roll that check utilizing wisdom. $28. You're looking at this problem wrong. You only need to make it fit on one of the wheels, on each of
Right.
the wheels. Somehow. The spokes.
Yep. Yep. I know. I was thinking that it would be the nut for the thing, but you're right.
That as well. Yeah, either one would
Yep.
work.
I
And that would take you an
Yeah.
hour.
give me
to
an
set up.
hour. Here.
Ah, sure thing, man. I've missed this place, and you watch as.
Corvus, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Hello?
My internet just
Welcome
dropped
back.
for a second. So sorry. What was the?
Well, I'm going to attach 4 of our rings of water walking to spokes, one on each wheel. I'm gonna
You sound super far from your mic. I think the internet's dying on him.
Who?
You.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you sounded really far from your mic. But now you sound good.
Okay, good.
So, pop
So-
out a spoke, slide on a ring, put it back in place. Pop out a spoke, slide on a ring, back in place.
You watch as the lizard folks just take off all of those really hefty, heavy furs, and they're down into like very nice, scaly looking, common, leathery clothing that looks all handmade and stitched out here. Sinclair, you are fully aware of exactly how handmade this is. And they just dive into the bayou's water and start soaking in it a little bit.
I take off all my
That's
furs
nice.
and throw them in the bag of holding.
Yes, this is the good stuff,
And I
guys.
dive in right behind them.
Sinclair, you have not tasted the salty waters out here in Shamal in an incredibly long time, let alone even since before you died. It was a long time since you were out this northwards from your home. But, oh, does it just immediately spark so many memories in your mind.
I didn't think I'd ever miss the frozen wastelands, Fordrum, but I was wrong.
Do you all need you all need some nicer clothing. Here. I'll make you some real quick. We just need to find a gator.
Oh, that's easy.
I thought we didn't want to find a gator. Wasn't that a discussion not too long ago?
That was
I
the
don't want
group
to
consensus.
fight. I don't want to fight a gator. He gestures at Braska.
I do.
And if your friend, you also, you're
I
wearing
cut
some
my
pretty
hand
warm
and I
clothes.
throw the blood in the water.
Oh no.
All right. I'm going to make a mote of haste and give that to Braska.
And then I pop blink.
Tell Braska that as soon as he thinks that a gator's close, break this.
All right, guys. Unfortunately, I don't have my Bayou map available right
That's
now.
fine. Just give us a gator.
Well, I want.
We can take a couple minutes if you need it, but I don't know. It's whatever. Or we can do it later. We'll do it on a different map. Whatever you want to do, Joey. I know we skipped a whole bunch of stuff.
No, you're good. You're good.
We've done world fighting before on the map.
Yeah, I've been really good at using, the other maps lately.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
And we sprung ahead of on you. It's not your fault.
Alrighty. Everybody, please move yourselves onto the map nearest Marquette.
Oh God, that is a big one.
All of y'all are that big.
It needs to be bigger.
Yeah, it's. Oh wait, no, it's not large.
It's giant.
It's huge.
Oh
huge.
God.
So, as you just blurred yourself, you all feel a presence in the water. Begin shifting the tide in here, pushing it around. And from around the corner, Braska, Ordrum, Argon, you all see this monstrous alligator jolt upwards out and is swimming chaotically towards you.
I gotta roll a d20 for my spell. I am blinked out.
Nice. Everybody, roll me initiative.
I think that's the best initiative I've had in a while.
Nice. 11 is the best you've had.
Yeah, I've been
jeez.
going last lately.
Well, you're not last this time.
No.
Vraska, you see the gators moving around the tides and around one of the massive trees, and it almost knocks one of the trees sideways as it slams into it, and it is beelining over towards the biggest chunk of meat here. You. What would you like to do?
So how do I break this thing Argon gave me? I just
It's-
try to break it.
It should just snap in his hand. It just gives it. It gives you haste.
So you use your action, and now you are hasted, Vraska.
Sweet. Gonna run up on it and just give it that one bonus action, that one haste action. Whack.
Go for it. What is your weapon? What do you pull out from your bag to swing?
I'm just pulling out this this big polearm with this nasty looking sword at the end of it. Just letting it just dig right into this thing's side.
So you all watch as he wields this giant long sword and just stabs it into the creature's side, slashing it for 7 points of damage. I mean, it's damage, guys. It's impressive. All done?
Gonna rage as a bonus action.
Right. What does your rage look like?
I just yell right in its fucking face.
You all see this individual go into a maddening shout and screaming match with this gator. Sinclair.
I rematerialize closer because it puts me closer.
If you desire, yes.
First things first. Hexblade's curse on it. And then I walk right up right next to Broski and slap it with my sword. So,
Slap it real good.
just putting on Hexblade's curse. We're using Hex Katana.
Ooh, that's not bad. That is also... Wait, why is it 5 from your curse? Okay, gotcha. And 23. Oh, it's looking hurt.
And then I roll a d20 to see if I blink out. Nope. Fuck.
Argon.
Argon will just back up, stay out of range of it, and just toss a firebolt.
Walks into the mouth
Oh,
of another.
Oh, I missed. It's just too swampy out here. I can't really gather up the fire quite right.
You try to summon the spell, and a little mosquito just your nose. And, ah!
What was that? Why is there something in my nose?
Dead wildlife.
Wardrum.
So I'm gonna move up to the other side of it. I don't know if I've gone far enough to actually get flanking, but it's the attempt that I'm going for.
Alrighty.
Do I have...
We'll say you can make it
Okay.
happen, yeah.
Yeah. Then I run up. I'm going to put my foot on that piece of branch that was there to kind of launch myself at its back when I hit it with the hammer. Two-handed. Everything. Whack. Does an 18 hit?
18 will hit a giant gator.
12 points. And I'll hit him again. Oh, wrong rule, but it's fine.
Oh, it hits all
Cool.
right. For an extra 8.
But
Easy enough. You bonk, and this is an incredibly sturdy, apparently common aspect of the wildlife out here.
I just think as soon as my hammer goes thud, skinning this thing's going to be a pain in the ass.
Next up, the gator. Now, you are actively screaming at it, so the gator will attempt to grapple you with its massive jaw.
Oh.
Welcome to Marquette, y'all. So that is going to be 37 points of piercing damage, Braska. As you weren't really expecting it to unhinge the jaw that far and snap down on top of you. But, yeah, that happens. So 37 halved is, what's that, 17?
Yeah. No, 19.
18.5.
19. So you take 19 points of damage, Braska, because
All
you're
right.
raging. And you are now considered grappled by the jaw. Then it is going to swing its massive tail to the side and wallop at you, Forge, from behind it.
That
21?
hits.
That is 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and you need to give me a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Shoot. Sorry about that. 13.
13 is a failure. As the tail swirls over, it cracks through one of the trees and slams you hard enough to just send lights dazzling in your eyes before you collapse down, prone, and gargling at this disgusting swamp
Ugh.
water. Braska.
Alrighty. Gonna go for this again. And just smack, smack, smack.
Hit.
Oh,
Hit. Hit. How do you want to do this? Hey, your first one!
hey! I'm just gonna first one's gonna go right in the eye to try to drop me. Second one's going in the neck, and the third one's just going straight down the gullet.
Alrighty, so you all watch as he stabs into the eye, slices up the neck, sending the head upwards as he's getting ready to chomp, and thrusts the thing down into the stomach, twisting it sideways with his arm all the way down the massive jaw as it goes slump against his arm and slowly collapses to the ground.
I lift the jaw up off of his arm, pull.
Roll me a d20. You can't end the spell early, it just stays on you. Roll me a d20. No, you don't. You lift the jaw and blink.
Drops it on his arm again.
Yeah. That spell is fucking
Let me
hilarious.
handle that.
You start taking it back off, Sinclair. You show back up.
I pop the two big incisors, the two big teeth, and hand it to Broski.
Huh,
First
sweet.
kill in Marquette. Gotta have a souvenir.
I killed our first thing in a new country. Aww.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that was actually that was. I wasn't expecting you all to get away so easily from that. Let alone.
Really?
You look
It wasn't
pretty
like it was
all
hard
right.
at all.
I come walking up with a long, thin skinning knife out covered in mud.
Just dripping. Wet.
Here we go. Ugh. Turn it over.
No need. We're experts. He flips open his jacket, his leather coat, and it is just lined with skinning utensils. It's literally their racial
Yes.
feature.
We make things on short rests.
Then can I watch them do it and take notes? Because
Yeah.
this kind of flaying
Oh yeah.
that's fantastic.
So wait, do you want to
Yeah,
learn?
oh, yeah.
How we do it at least? Oh yeah. Here, you too. You've been away for a while.
I found
Sinclair, you have
Oh,
been
yeah.
away for a while, so you kind of forgotten how to do this. So this is one of those learning experiences for you.
the last time I was trying to skin one of these things, I kept trying to cut through the smaller part down here, but then I realized like cutting around the scale was easier, but it's still fucking hard.
No. See, what you have to do is you have to find one of the weaker parts within it, like right underneath the jaw hinge right here, and you're gonna have to trace up around in this area
Oh my
here.
God.
And another big aspect. You see how easy his blade just slides.
You're not holding the knife. You've got an angle. Oh. Oh. I go to the other side and go, sure. And I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's real easy, man. And you see, another big portion of this is you can't waste anything, right? I mean, this creature, it's a gift to the world, just like everybody is. So, out of respect to it, if we have to kill it because you need new clothing,
We're gonna eat its meat.
we need to eat for a few weeks. We're gonna need a few more knives, blades, stuff like that. We're going to use everything on the creature, okay?
We don't
Great.
let things go to waste.
Never. That's not to say we can't make it look pretty while we're doing it, but it's very important that you never disrespect the craft. Always treat it with love and admiration.
I've always felt that way.
Good.
I say a little prayer. I get it.
As you are assisting with the cutting over the course of a short rest, Ordrum, you do feel the weight of that stone comes a little lighter. And I think we do have to end the session here, which is incredibly early. I'm sorry, but you guys literally skipped every fucking encounter I had planned.
Hey, Joey, this is just like that time in hell when we just did it all in court and we ruined your big giant mansion.
Yeah. I recycle maps. But anyways, players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. And when we come back next week, we'll see how awesome Fordrum, Argon, and Braska's digs look. All right? We'll see you all next time.